friends, it's me, the Ebony Otaku, the well-rounded nerd. I have been a bad YouTuber who hasn't uploaded a video in a minute. A lot's gone on, and my life got busier than I expected it to. So I'm gonna have to figure out a different format for me that lets me talk about the stuff I want to and still get things uploaded. That might be just trying to record videos in one long take, and then all you have to do is upload it. That's the easiest thing to do. But I'll figure it out, and I'll get my YouTube stride eventually. Reminder, the contest is still going on. I do want to get to all the subscribers, but I know I have to do the work to get all of those subscribers. So please like, comment, subscribe. Find me on Instagram at the Ebony Otaku and on Twitter, which all those platforms reach 500 subscribers. I will be giving away something nerdy that you will love to 3 lucky subscribers. And all you have to do is subscribe to win and have an address in the continental US. That would help because shipping be high around the place. So something a little different today. I'm doing a whole toy haul, specifically Transformers. One of my good friends who's as nerdy as I am about the Transformers alerted me that Target and Walmart have started getting in the action figures again because Toy Holiday is right around the corner. I tried to get some of these last year and I saw them in stores and there were plenty of them. I was like, I'll just wait till, I don't know the reason I chose to wait, stupid, because I was spending so much money on Christmas anyway. And in my head, I didn't need to spend the money then. I should have spent the money then. But then when I went back the first couple weeks of January, none of the figures I wanted were there. So let that be a lesson. Strike while the iron is hot. You only live once, in other phrases. So anyone who knows me knows that the Transformers are my all-time favorite series. Only Sailor Moon is under it. I mean, they are right there together because it was the first style of that type of animation that I was introduced to as a kid. And the story really resonated with me and connected with me. So all of that to say, I've been a fan for a very long time. This is a series that's near and dear to me. Every time there's a new iteration or evolution of it, I'm all into it. Now, I don't collect figures from every generation of Transformers because I'm really into the Gen 1 and Gen 2 series, and anything that's like redone about it, that's kind of where I gravitate towards. Like, I was all for the Bumblebee movie. I wasn't upset with the first Michael Bay movie. The rest of them, that's for another video. But when it comes to the figures, I really like the ones that harken back to that Gen 1 and Gen 2 aesthetic because that's what I grew up with. It's nostalgia. And a lot of the War for Cybertron figures fit that aesthetic. So I'm all for it. An excuse to spend money and buy something that I love because I don't have a complete set of that and I need it. So let's start with the Autobots I was able to find. Now, I do have all of the female Autobots, but they deserve their own special video because they're awesome. One of my favorite Transformers on the Autobot side is RC, mostly because she's pink. But she was the first female Autobot that was introduced in the original series. So it's kind of like, oh, there are girls. And then all of a sudden, the show that I really, really liked became a show I loved. But we didn't meet her until much later in the first round of the series. Now, to be fair, I was able to find more of the Decepticons than Autobots. But, if you're going through the War for Cybertron series, it's you're not as mad at the Decepticons as you used to be. They kind of have a point. They're not completely wrong. But anywho, the first one that I'm super excited about... Wait a minute, I gotta let my dog in my office. Hi, come on. I don't know if you can see him or his tail. There he goes. You see his tail go behind me? Good boy. You just gonna be part of the video? Okay. He's family. The first one I'm super excited because he is my favorite Transformer of all time, beating out Optimus Prime for the top spot. Hot Rod. I love Hot Rod, and this is the Studio Series Hot Rod, And a lot of these are coming out because of the War for Cybertron series, but this is actually Hot Rod as he was in the movie, the Transformers movie, which that's the version that I love the best. I actually have an original toy from the 80s, Hot Rod, who stays transformed. He's up there. I don't think you can see him. You can see Optimus. He stays transformed and he just sits there, and I've got a Rodimus Prime hand-painted cold cast bust as well. And I love that, but I've always wanted another Hot Rod. Now they're making them again. For these I just bought, I'm not sure they're going to be unboxed or set out or what, because I don't sell any of my figures, so I have no problem taking some of them out of the box. But like up there, you see all that Sailor Moonness going on? Those don't come out of the box. Those, yeah, that whole set together is, well, you fans know exactly what that set is. Then I was able to find my third favorite Transformer. So here's the order that it goes in. Rodimus Prime / Hot Rod, then RC, and then this guy. You meet him in the movies. Blur! I love Blur. And again, this is Blur out of the movies that came out, the movie that came out in 1986. I absolutely love him. He's the fast talker, fast mover. You don't know what he's saying. And what's really cool, if you're a kid out of the 80s and 90s, the Micro Machine Man did his voice. He was that guy who talked really fast. If it's not a Micro Machine, it's not the real thing. Him. So, oh God, I just dated myself, didn't I? It's cool. But always loved him. Thought he was a fun character. So I was super happy to find him. And then one more. Oh, this is out of War for Cybertron. But again, War for Cybertron has that look of Gen 1, which makes me love the figures. I found him. Ultra Magnus! This is Kingdom Ultra Magnus out of the War for Cybertron series. If you're not watching it, you should. And I did a review of it on my channel, so go watch it. I don't have a ton of videos yet, so I don't need to put links in. It's like, I got like 25 videos. You can find it. But super happy for this. He probably is going to live in his box. Some of these others will probably come out, but this one, he's living that good box. So now let's talk Decepticons I was able to find. First one, Megatron. Looking for a Galvatron. I'll find it, because who will hit every toy aisle on the way to where she's going any time of the day is me. I'm going to find what I want. But the red series are not transformable. Just be aware of that. These are statues. So just for my fellow fans out there, but I'm okay with it. I found a Megatron that I like. And again, Gen 1 Megatron, not, you know, one of them other series that shall remain nameless, Beast Wars, that was out there. And then I was also able to find a couple of smaller ones, but I like them. I've always been a fan of Soundwave and Shockwave. When I was a kid, I did not know there was a difference between them. Obviously, I do know that now. But I was able to find these guys as well. These are transformable, but these are from the Cybertron Adventures series. And I'm super happy about them. And I've got RC out of the Cybertron Adventure series as well. I'm hoping I can find an Optimus Prime out of this series. That would be super cool. So I'm just going to keep my eye on the toy aisle. There's some child who's not going to get what they wanted for Christmas because this adult is out there buying the things. Now, I've got two more here I wanted to show you. Next, again, War for Cybertron. And the third series is going to get into everything about Unicron and Galvatron, the sweeps. Oh, I love that version of the series and everything that came with it. I am just a disembodied head floating in front of all this stuff. But one of my favorite Decepticons, because he was wise. He didn't just rush in. Only fools rush in. The replacement for Starscream, basically, is Cyclonus. So War for Cybertron series, Kingdom Cyclonus. He's another one that might stay in the box. I have not decided yet. His box isn't in the best condition because, you know, Toy Story kids pick stuff up and move it around. He might come out since the box isn't awesome. Ultra Magnus's box is awesome, so he might stay. But this one, you know, I got some flaws here, so there's no point in keeping him in the box. But I love Cyclonus. I love the sweeps. I like Megatron and Galvatron because, you know, villains can evolve too. And again, if you watch the War for Cybertron series, comics excluded, you kind of start empathizing a little bit with the Decepticon plight. Like, were the Autobots completely right? That's a debate for another. And then finally, Starscream. I know he's a little punk, but you know, he was really down for what this whole Decepticon epoch stood for. Like, he wanted to see the plan succeed. He just didn't think Megatron was tough enough. And if you really watch the series in depth, all the opportunities that Megatron got to kill certain Autobots until the movie really happened. So it's like, are you really serious about this? And even in the War for Cybertron series, Megatron isn't 100%, out for complete genocide of the Autobots. He wants them to join him. And it's kind of insinuated that the war is Prime's fault. You didn't hear that from me. But I got a Starscream, and I'm super happy. So that was my toy haul I had recently. There's actually a couple other figures I was able to score that have nothing to do with Transformers, but it's another series that I'm covering on my channel, and also just one that I love. Oh, look at these. Warhammer. I've got a Hellblaster from the Blood Angels, and I have a Battle Sister from the Adeptus Sororitas. Found these at Target. I know folks at Target were into it like that, but I'm gonna have to pay attention to some of these stores a little bit more. So as always, please like, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget about the contest. Please have a US address. And I'm going to become better about uploading. I'm going to figure out how to fit more videos in my busy life, even if that means I don't edit and just record single takes and call it a day. So this is my first single take video, so we'll see how it turns out. And if it turns out good, I might keep to this format for every type of review and stuff I do. Then it won't be so stressful on me. Thanks, everyone. See you next time.